It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
May your day be magical.
May your day be magical.
Hi, everybody. What? Joked about what? Oh, the button. You guys are funny. Yeah.
What?
Push the button, they're saying. Push the button, LOL.
Oh, I did. Sorry, we were having technical difficulties. My really expensive microphone doesn't seem to be working anymore.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it, and I realized it works it works in the green room because there's a thing that can tells you, it's got little lights and they light up when you talk.
Yeah.
And that works. It's just the people on the table with me can't hear me. Usually you guys can hear me out in the audience, but the table can't hear me.
And maybe it's just because.
And I can hear you backstage on the
and
table
hubby
too.
can hear me, but nobody else can. You can't. Mel can't. Rabbit can't.
But maybe it's because I'm on my phone.
Well, Rabbit is always on his phone. And Mel's not always on her phone. She's on the computer sometimes, and she can never hear me.
Oh.
So I'm not sure. It shouldn't be that way anyways. It's one system. It should not work that way. So I think there's a setting that's wrong in my system or something. I just can't figure it out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I've been using my phone, but I tried, but like last night I had my computer, my laptop, my phone, and my tablet all going during another game night. And that was a lot of draw on the internet. I was really worried we were going to lose our show. So yeah, it's it's exciting.
Coming, everybody. Everybody's here.
Good morning,
Fall Guys.
Say that again.
I said everybody's here. Let's play Fall Guys. Just kidding. How many people are here? 1, 2, 3.
6.
Oh, there's 6.
And then 7, 8, 9 with you and me, hubby.
Lena would be 10. Oh, but we don't need 10 anymore.
We don't need 10 anymore.
We don't need 10 anymore, people. Yay.
Yay. So let me put on the music.
Alrighty. I'm joining you guys today because I didn't feel well. at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness. Are you better now?
I am feeling better now. Yes, I had a horrible headache when I woke up this morning. Just this horrible pounding headache that just oh my gosh, it just woke me up and I was just feeling so awful. Those headaches that just take a hold of your whole head and just you feel like you're in a vice grip.
So I just got a message on my phone that said that my stepfather's running to the donut shop. I want one of those donuts that Eliza was talking about.
Oh,
The sugar
yeah.
cookie one.
Yeah.
I want to try that.
But they only hit Krispy Kreme. The tins only hit Krispy Kreme.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that they were going to Krispy Kreme. Never mind.
Oh. Jeez.
If they go to Dunkin', I'll mention it to them.
Okay. I want to try this donut. It sounded delicious.
Yes, it is.
And it's my carb day.
Yeah.
I can eat one.
Yeah.
I had a rough time with my protein day yesterday. I got a headache.
Oh, you got
Until I get into this rhythm, I think that's going to happen. It's like my brain is not, it wasn't even a headache. It was my brain hurt. Like my brain wasn't going right.
Right.
You're moving into your apartment on Wednesday, Vicky? That's awesome.
Yay.
I'm so happy for you.
Good.
So if anybody wants to come up here and join us, you're more than welcome. The link is in the Discord channel.
Yeah, come on up, people.
This is just,
we chit chat like a coffee talk.
So I was
coffee talk.
There was yesterday I showed the trailer for Iron Man 4 during the show. Mm-hmm. And so I watched Iron Man 1 and I fell asleep last night watching. I didn't even get out of the war zone. So this morning before the show, I was watching Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that's become a thing. I'm rewatching the Marvel universe.
I don't even remember her being pregnant. So I have to watch these things again. When did she become pregnant? In which movie?
Pepper?
Yeah.
She was pregnant during
the blip. She was pregnant during the 5 years between Infinity War and Endgame. During the 5 years
where everybody had disappeared. She was pregnant with Tony's baby, and then when they all reappeared, she had the baby, 5 years old.
Now, see, I don't even remember that, so I'm gonna have to
That's in the what's the name of those?
The Ant-Man movie?
No, it's
Captain Marvel.
Endgame. Thank you.
Endgame. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to
So I'm rewatching all of them, actually. I'm trying to watch them in order. The only one I'm not watching is the Hulk.
How do you watch them in order? Is there a list somewhere?
Yeah. Yes, IMDb has a list. As for the order of release of the MCU. Marvel Comic Universe.
Okay. So you're watching them from... So it starts at Iron Man?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it too, Vic.
I know that there's some I don't want to watch again, but I'm going to anyway.
It starts with Iron Man until Spider-Man No Way Home comes out. Then it starts with Spider-Man. The original The Amazing Spider-Man from with Tobey Maguire. Because those universes were brought in No Way Home.
Yeah, but that's not on the list.
I know.
And I'm not doing that. I've watched those a few times though. Does someone want to donate their heat? It's cold here.
I believe it.
I would if I could. I just don't have that power.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about speaking of MCU, I'm actually really excited about Will Porter's Adam Warlock. But he's been getting a lot of bad press about it. Like, it's going to be a throwaway character. Adam Warlock should not be a throwaway character, in my opinion. I think he's really cool.
Who's Adam Warlock?
The thing is, Adam Warlock, the problem with that is that his main nemesis, one of his main nemesis, was Thanos.
Right, but
it's like they kind of the way they released all this stuff kind of really screwed up everything for some of these characters, because all of a sudden they don't have the relevance that they did in the comic books.
But if you're a good writer, you can figure something out.
I see what you're saying. They do that with a lot of movies. Like when they rewrite things for movies, they mess them up. But it's not really messing them up. They have to make them shorter.
Yeah.
I mean,
but they miss out on characters.
Sometimes it's making them shorter, but like I said, you're right. With a good writer, they can make the character, they can bring the character up there. But in doing so, that character might have a really good story, but they're just a one-shot story because that's his arc now.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another story I haven't seen yet. Avengers 6. Reportedly eyeing Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire, and more icons. A new rumor suggests that Marvel Studios wants past Marvel stars such as Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire for Avengers Secret War. Following the events and success of Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, Marvel fans expect the MCU to regroup and build. What those same fans don't know is how the Red brand would try to top the constellation of the Infinity Saga. The conclusion, not consolation. I don't know where my brain went. Of the Infinity Saga, if it was even possible at all. While time has yet to confirm the Red brand's plans are beginning to come together as the newly crowned multiverse saga has settled its sights on Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, followed by Avengers: Secret Wars. Well, that's exciting. So for Avengers: Secret Wars, we have the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Thor, Wolverine, and Spider-Man.
Okay.
Oh, and actually 2 Spider-Mans. So that's kind of cool. And Evans could reprise his role as Johnny Storm, because Chris Evans doesn't have to play Steve Rogers anymore. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. People will get extremely confused. I don't think that's going to happen. They just
I don't think so, because Chris Evans played Cap and Johnny Storm so differently.
This is true. But he was a lot younger, too. When he played Johnny Storm, he was younger. A lot younger. The Hulk would rock socks if they remade it with Mark, but they're not going to. And that's all because of Universal Studios. There's something going on with Universal Studios. They're having a hard time turning that out. I'm surprised they even said Wolverine, because Universal Studios is still itchy about that one. So when I was 11, I met the real life She-Hulk. Well, that's cool.
Well, see, the thing is, the reason why they're not about Wolverine is because the Hulk and the Hulk properties were licensed by Universal. Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men were licensed by Sony. And Sony was bought by 20th Century Fox. By 20th Century Fox, not Sony.
All right.
They were bought by 20th Century Fox.
Oh.
And 20th Century Fox was absorbed into Disney.
Oh.
That's why Star Wars is now Disney. Well, part of the reason they absorbed that. That's why they're looking to the X-Men in the MCU.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah, that's why they don't have a problem with licensing that, because they've all come back under the one umbrella now.
Well, I really wish there was more competition to make them make these movies even better. Like, I wish there's more DC MCU competition, but there's not. DC doesn't have their shit together.
Yeah, DC's problem is they don't have someone like Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige was the guy who is the executive producer of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He loved Marvel Comics. He was going into making these movies with an eye toward making great Marvel movies. DC, the people who are doing the Warner Brothers, who are over here making the DC movies, are looking to make big money-making movies without worrying about, it's like, well, let's just throw all the shit at it, and let these directors have their visions that are completely different from how they are in the comic book, and say, hey, this will work. And it's like and then they don't understand why the fans are rejecting it, because it's obviously just a money grab.
Yeah,
they're not looking to make a great movie. They're just looking to make
the comic book audience has grown up.
Yeah,
and
true.
They need to grow up too if they want to compete. I mean, you saw the little man was watching Iron Man 2 with me this morning. He was sucked right in.
Yeah.
He didn't finish it because he has a problem sitting still for that long. But he watched most of it. He didn't watch the last 15, 20 minutes of it. There's a little lag right there, and he walked away. Mm-hmm. But he sat through most of it. Now, he sat through movies. We did take him when the Spider-Man movie, the cartoon.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. We took him to watch that. And he sat through that whole thing. I was so impressed with him when we did that. And he has gone to see other movies with his grandfather, with his Grumpy. So he can sit through a movie.
Yeah.
He has a really rough time afterwards for a little while, but he can sit through a movie. Yeah. He would rather watch short attention span theater on YouTube, but some of us are like that.
So would I.
But the thing that I've always said about Marvel is when they started making these movies, starting with Iron Man, they themed these movies. They weren't superhero movies. They were movies that had superheroes in them. The Tony Stark I shouldn't say Tony Stark. Iron Man, the first movie, is a war movie that deals with captivity and PTSD and then
going into drama. The whole it's a big drama about a company and a weapons manufacturing company and the politics that go into that.
It's politics, yeah. And the Hulk the Hulk was a good movie. It just, unfortunately, it didn't have the right actor in it, and it didn't have the right director, in my opinion. I really liked the actor who played the Hulk, but it wasn't. Mark Ruffalo has it. He has it. That's all there is to it.
Watch it, yes. Because
the Incredible Hulk movie is all about social injustice.
Yeah,
it's all about social injustice. It's about preconceived notions. It's about bigotry. It's about underworld. It's about underclass citizens getting jerked around by military and government, and everyday citizens who have the
who are caught in the crossfire.
Well, no, there's also just regular citizens who don't realize, because they have been sheltered from it. What's the word? There's a word for this. It's been used so much the last couple of years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ed Norton did better than Eric Bana.
Think of the
no
word.
argument there.
But that was all about social injustice. It was that just happened to have a superpowered person. Yeah, repression. No, that isn't the word.
No, that's not the word you were looking for.
Privilege.
Yeah, there we go.
People just not seeing what's going on. That's what that movie was about. And there just happened to be big scenes and superpowers and stuff going on in it at the same time.
Thor was a Shakespearean drama. Thor was a Shakespearean drama.
Thor was a Shakespearean drama, and it was really well done.
Yeah.
The first Thor movie was really well done.
I love Thor.
Captain America was a war movie.
Captain America was a classic war movie.
That was cool, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That was a classic war movie.
Ant-Man,
which is my favorite.
I love
the Ant-Man movies.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. Because they took
what
and
does
they
she like? She likes
what genre? What?
What does Vixie like? She likes heist movies.
Heist movies.
Yeah.
They're my favorite. And then that's what it is, the heist movie that just happens to have superpowers in it. So that's what MCU did. They made movies like regular genre movies, but they just added to them. Instead of trying to write them, which DC tries to write the movies around these characters, and it's boring. It's like writing a movie around somebody's sexuality. I don't care what sexuality you pick, it's going to be boring. Because nobody cares. We want to know what's going on in the world. We want to know what's going on with everybody else. We want to know what the meat of the situation is, and that has nothing to do with the meat of the situation.
Yeah, DC's problem is they're writing around the superpowers, whereas Marvel was writing the people. It was writing the people and characters some of whom just happen to have superpowers or fly around in metal suits or whatever.
Or just are incredible people. Like, Black Widow doesn't have any superpowers. She doesn't have any augmentations. She's just trained to be an assassin.
Yeah.
You know?
She just killed a lot of people.
She killed a lot of people. Hawkeye, he's just really good at what he does. He is trained to be very good at what he does.
Yeah.
He's an everyday Joe who got to where he was because he was good at it. Not because he got bit by a spider or whatever. Oh my God! What are you doing in my green room?
Who is it?
You told me you weren't coming!
Hi, Rat.
I was devastated! And then you showed up.
I wasn't going to come. I need to get some better lighting. Give me a second. It's bothering me more than anybody else. So give me a second while I fix this.
It's bothering
Rabbit
me
is
too,
shadow.
Rabbit.
Shadow. Shadow Rabbit.
Black Panther was an espionage movie. That was really good. Black Panther.
Look at that. Rabbit's showing us all his text there.
It was also a family intrigue movie.
It was also a family intrigue movie. But that was a good. I want to see Wakanda Forever. I'm very excited.
Did not fix things a lot.
Actually, it did. You are much brighter now.
You do look a lot better.
Much better. You're good. Don't worry about it. So what brings you to my neck of the woods this morning?
Well, I'm home. I was only leaving the house for 24 hours. I'm officially back, so I don't even give a fuck if anybody knows where I was anymore. Have a great time at my family's. I literally left around like 10:30 yesterday is when my sister got me and picked me up. And we went to the Dollar Tree and then the Speedway, and then we were off to the party. My brother said he actually called and said he wasn't going to go, and then when he got there, he actually ended up being there. So I was excited to see my brother.
All right.
He didn't let the demons in his head win, so he got to go.
Yay!
So other than that, I had a really good time, and then after the party, I got to go to my little cousin's high school play. It was a high school musical, and it was Addams Family, and I fucking loved it. Those kids, let's just say these kids these days are really fucking talented. Like they sang, wow, like you guys You guys need to get into singing before it's too late.
Do it now. Get on social media. That's how you do it.
So cute.
Like, the person who played Fester was my favorite. They played Fester fucking great. Like, woo! Gave me goosebumps every time they did it.
Well, I love that Addams Family keeps getting rebooted, and it keeps getting changed just a little bit for the young adult.
This one was basically about Wednesday getting married to this guy named Lucas.
Oh.
That's from the comic. That's from the comic strip.
So they ended up having a whole play about that, where Pugsley ended up like thrashing like Lucas's parents, and the whole dinner went downhill because everybody was just mad at each other because Gomez kept a secret from Morticia, and they're not supposed to have secrets in their marriage.
No, they're not supposed to have secrets.
Oh, wow.
So it was just a really
most wonderfully healthy, dysfunctional couples I've ever met. Addams Family.
Oh yeah.
Morticia and Gomez.
So other than that, like it was an amazing play. I loved every single moment of it. The crazy grandma in there, like I don't know how they gave her the whole hunchback and everything, but they did. Everybody who played each character was awesome.
I was grandma for Halloween once. That was fun. I love Addams Family. Have you seen the Wednesday, the show Wednesday?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen it either yet.
I thought it was so good.
about
Kind of ate up by critics, but it is really good.
I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the Addams Family. I'm a fan of the Addams Family. I don't have anything against it. I have a lot of things for it. I really do enjoy like the movies and stuff. But the particular thing why I even really wanted to go see this play is because, like I said, my little cousin was in this play. I had to go watch my cousin and support her.
Who did she play?
She was just part of one of the background ancestral group characters, so she was part of the dancing in the background and all that other jazz. So she did good.
Chorus. I was in chorus a lot.
Yeah, she really enjoyed it a lot. She liked the singing, she liked the dancing, she liked getting out of the house and being with friends and like learning that stuff. I do believe she wants to be in the next musical.
That's cool.
So I'm excited to go. I don't know what the hell it's gonna be yet. Hopefully, it's just as amazing as the Addams Family.
Aww.
The schools do this thing where their winter or fall play is absolutely amazing and you love it, but then they put like little to barely any effort into their spring plays. So I don't know how I'm gonna like the spring play, but we'll see what they do.
We'll see what they do. You're talking about MC. What was that?
Jellybean said Thing is her favorite.
Oh, Thing. I like them all. I don't know who I'd pick my favorite.
I like the old movies. Like the old movies.
Mm-hmm.
The old Addams Family movies.
You mean the ones with Angelica Houston?
Yeah.
They're not that old.
They're about 20 years old. No, almost 30 years old.
It's not that old.
I'm almost 30 years old. I'm not old. I'm getting old, but I'm not old.
Fine.
It's just a lot of people who can vote were not born when they came out. Put it that way.
That's true.
I liked from the original series, Ted Cassidy's Lurch.
Yes.
That deep voice and stuff. I found out something recently.
What?
That when the original Star Trek was being cast, they had considered casting Ted Cassidy as Spock.
Oh wow! What?
Now here's the real wild thing about that. Spock was I'm gonna turn back on my camera because
I can't even imagine
he's not freaking out.
I can. That's that blank face stare thing that he does. That's probably why.
Yeah. The thing is, though, and also he has a sort of alien type of look to him. When they made him up he was made him up as an android, in that one episode, what little girls are made of. But there's but think about this: the Vulcans were all basically modeled, after, in the series afterward, after Spock. I mean, they all had a lot of the time they all had the same haircut, and they all, it's like, there was very much a Spock template that was used for all the Vulcans.
Yeah.
If Ted Cassidy had played Spock, the Vulcans would have been a race of giants.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
That would have been wild. I just love that idea.
That is true. It's fun to think about, actually. Jellybean is in need of some salmon run therapy.
Oh, instead of Salmon Run Sunday, it is Sisu Sunday. He is getting all of my attention today, unfortunately. Because I was just gone for 24 hours without him, and he's now my 24-hour obsession.
Ted Cassidy also voiced the Ferrigno Hulk series until he passed.
Like, literally, I wrote on my to-do list yesterday, Sisu, the only one that I on here have for games today is Ni no Kuni, and that's just to do my quick daily. I'm getting the hell off that game before it takes my soul today.
So there's a picture of the new Ant-Man, Wasp, and Quantumania. Oof, that's a rough word.
What was that word? I'm sorry.
Quantumania.
Quantumania?
Yeah.
Quantumania.
Okay.
Quantumania. But the shares them.
It's a made-up word. It's a made-up word about quantum and mania put into one word.
Mania.
Anyways, we have Ant-Man, and he's in his yellow, black, and silver suit. We got the Wasp, and she's in the yellow, black, and silver, which is original to the comic book, and she's got the short boy cut, like in the comic book too. And then we have, now they haven't given her name yet, but they have a picture of Scott, Ant-Man's daughter, in a purple, black, and silver suit. Don't know what they're going to call her yet.
Ooh.
I think I don't remember what she was called in the comics.
Yeah, they give her name in the comic. I need to look it up.
But I think that's cool.
I gotta run
I don't
around.
know. Maybe you guys can see this.
Yes, Jellybean, I will still be here tonight for Mario Kart. I will be here doing Mario Kart tonight for the show.
So it's a pretty good. It's looking nice. I'm very excited about this because the Ant-Man movies are my favorite.
Yeah.
Because they're all. And it better be a heist movie. Damn it! It better be a heist. The first two were heist movies, and I loved them, and they were completely different movies, but they're both heist movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like my favorite movies are like Ocean's 11, Sneakers. You know, I love Leverage is one of my favorite. I love that show. Leverage.
Sneakers was one of my favorite movies.
Isn't that a great show?
Oh, that was Muriel that asked me about Mario Kart. Now Jellybean.
Rabbit, are you still making your beef stew in the crock pot today?
I gotta find the recipe online again, and I still have all of my ingredients sitting on the table. I got home this morning at about 10 o'clock, so I've been home for about an hour and a half, and then I had to unpack. I had to do my dishes because my kitchen was a mess, because before I left, I had to do that baking that morning. Oh my goodness, I have a whole story about my morning. Let me tell you, my apples were bad. I had to think of something else. Oh, actually, that story real quick. So my apples for my apple crisp were bad. So mind you, I already made the crisp part for the apple crisp. So what did I do? I called my sister, like, fuck, we gotta get those pizzas. I fucked up. I don't have apples right now. And she's just like, what about canned peaches? So I'm like, deal!
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
So I threw canned peaches in there, my crumble on top. I baked it, and my fucking toaster oven just won't get fucking hot. So it sat in there an hour and didn't fucking cook, and then I finally just turned it to fucking toast. And I'm like, just fucking toast it like bread. I don't give a fuck anymore. It needs to cook. So I toasted it for like another like half hour, and I set it on the counter because my sister turns on this location thing on, like, they have a feature on Messenger where share location. I can watch her travel to me so I know how much time I have.
Yeah.
Because she knows I'm really time oriented. I love my sister doing that. It's the best feature on Facebook when I have that. I have to go somewhere. But anyway, I had pulled it out, set it on the counter, grabbed everything else that I was going to bring, and put it there. Then my sister came in. Sisu was wild. I had to get Sisu in the bedroom, and then we had to hurry up and leave. I had to give him more treats. And he started, and I'm like, slow down! You don't eat them that fast. So I get everything back to the car. And we go to the Dollar Tree to go there. So then, after the Dollar Tree, went to Speedway because to get something to drink, and which is where I fucked up in the story. Remember that. So then, me and my sister go drive, and we're about a quarter of the way there, and I'm like, Jenna, my peach crisp is on the counter at home.
Oh no! Oh no!
So. Literally, and I had told Jenna at the gas station, we only went there to get her a charging cord for her phone because I don't have iPhones and she didn't bring a charging cord, so I had to buy her a cord so we could actually get everywhere we needed to go because she came with 15%. And we go out of the Speedway and we literally went back into drinks and I'm like, oh, I should left my Circle bottle at home. I should go get it. And I'm like, nah, I'll just leave it there and I'll just get something to drink here. And that's where I fucked up. I should have went home for my Circle bottle. Saw that damn peach crisp on the counter.
Jelly bean called it.
I was pissed, guys. You have no idea. I don't even remember what the hell we were talking about before that story, but that story was...
It's okay.
I looked up what Ant-Man's daughter, what's her name?
Right.
Ant Girl.
Is it Ant Girl? Okay. I was gonna say that, but then I thought, maybe I'm just making that up in my head. No, I believe it.
Also, there's a couple aliases in the comic books. Ant Girl, also Giant Girl.
Because she does use her shtick was to go big more. Like, she was able to do that more than the guys were.
Oh.
Like, she could handle it better. Because, like, when the guys go big, they sleep for, like, 3 days after that happens. They just can't handle it. And for some reason, it didn't bother her as much.
I actually, Muriel, I have heard of Live 360. I don't personally use it, but my boss and my coworker use it. But they have
kids. What?
Live 360 is basically an app where you just
right. What do we use? We use something. I don't know what it's called. What's that
iPhone
thing?
Has their own feature for that kind of thing.
What's the thing we use? It's in our messenger. Our message system.
Oh, Live.
Where you tell me this is where I am. We send our location to each other.
You ping.
Oh crap. Give me a second.
Does it start with a Q?
I don't know what that is. I don't have.
No, isn't it called pinging?
No.
It's called pinging.
It's called
pinging is when you ping, you're seeing what the speed of the computer is talking to you.
Oh.
the tracking thing that shows where you're at, so using their messaging is glitch.
Mm-hmm. Glitch?
You're
going in and out, honey. Glimpse. That's right. Glimpse.
Okay, hang on a second.
I gotcha. Glimpse. We use Glimpse. We've used Glimpse for 10 years now? Longer than 10 years? We're just going to say longer than 10 years. I know it was at least 10 years.
I did the hand sign before I registered that you said 10 years. I actually was going to just say a long time.
Yeah.
I think really it was about 10 years. It was ping your location. I really thought
I guess
that's
technically
what it was.
you could say that, but originally pinging is about computer speeds.
Yeah. I mean, I know what you're saying when you say that, too.
Right.
So, yeah.
So Eliza saw my uvula in my video yesterday, apparently.
Your uvula?
Like, was it and during the purple part when I was...
I didn't notice.
Yeah, you were like... really
I'm
close
like,
to
that's
the
only part
camera.
that I'm like, where'd she see my uvula? But I've had to have been during the fucking part.
No, he
That's
was
funny.
looking. That's
Oh yeah,
funny.
you have no idea. Like, the most videos I watch on TikTok are the ones that I fucking make. It's so bad. I had such a bad habit, guys. You have no idea. I'll waste
I watch my
an
videos
hour
too.
of my day looking at my own fucking videos over and over and over again, and it's a pet peeve of mine. That's why I stay off TikTok. I really just, I like, because for my algorithm, I go to my videos to tap other people's, and then go there, go back, go to that video, to the next person, back to that, and like that's how my algorithm works. But I guess I just look so fine. I get so obsessed with myself, I can't stop. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't understand this algorithm thing you speak of. What? That's not how it works.
It's my algorithm to actually get to know the people my algorithm is to actually get to know my
Oh,
followers.
not TikTok's algorithm.
No,
Rabbit's
I don't
algorithm.
care about TikTok's algorithm. I want to get to know my followers.
Oh.
That's why.
Jellybean sends you funny videos and you don't watch them.
That's okay. So let's go. Let's dip into something I wanted to talk about later. Rabbit is about to take a break off of the Discord lounge for like a week or two to start actually boosting my TikTok. I need to get to 1,000 followers, and Discord lounge Rabbit doesn't do any TikTok Rabbit. So I need to rebalance the scale. So my goal is to be more active in every single show, but I'm trying to be less in the lounge, at least for 2 weeks, and I'll start back in the lounge probably most likely.
Well, that's fine. Just take December off. We usually kind of take December off for those kind of things anyways.
Like,
for the
because
last
I know
few years that
everybody
we've
wants
been doing
to play
this.
video games with Rabbit, because who fucking loves to play video games? Rabbit does, but
Rabbit does.
He, like, I have like this routine that I gotta build, and then I still have Sisu, and then I know, Jellybean, I know you're gonna be mad at me. You're the one that I was worried about the most.
All right.
She's like, wait, what?
Jellybean, it's okay.
You guys
come play with us at night.
How about you schedule a time?
Jellybean has one step above everybody, and she knows what that step is. She has a way to video call me, so let's just keep it at that.
Not mad, just shocked. But the thing is, the other thing is, I love you all, but you play the video games in the lounge and then don't come to the show.
Exactly, and I need to be more part of the shows. And that's my main concern.
And we're on a goal of 1K followers here. Okay? We have under 600.
And I feel like
I'm gonna get on it now.
Guys, I can find us more friends for the channel. I guarantee it. I just have to be more active on TikTok. And it's gonna be so hard because I feel like I'm letting everybody down that I usually hang out with in the lounge, because what are they going to do without Rabbit?
Honestly, Rabbit, this is one of the reasons I just pop in, say hi, and then pop out. Because if I have too much shit to do. And if I sit in that lounge, I will not do anything.
I
can just sit in that lounge. I don't even have to
I'm only going to play Salmon Run for an hour, and it turns into 4. And I'm like, I can't do that. I have other stuff.
You need to set a timer then. To be honest, you need to set a timer or have somebody who's in the group who is reliable. You need a whip.
My thing is, when I'm playing with people, I'll be in the middle of playing with that person for an hour, and then a new person will pop in, and then I'm like, all right, well, I got to reset my hour. So that's where I have a night.
Oh, that's personal.
That's
personal.
Like, because I feel like I want to hang out with everybody, and I'm like, I don't want somebody to pop in there, and then be like, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I have other stuff I gotta do, and then they're like,
no,
well,
but the thing is, Rabbit, if it's important to do your other stuff, which it is, everyone will learn to live with it, or get over it, or go away. And if they can't get over it, they need to go away. I'm sorry, we do not do toxicity in this
my personal schedule. That's what I feel like I can put my personal schedule on the back burner, because, I don't really work. My goal is to just make people, I like to make people happy and, play with people and just, I love playing games.
You cannot make people happy.
Yeah, I get mad at that. Yeah, I'm mad at that.
You cannot make people happy.
I just love seeing everybody in the lounge.
You gotta deal with yourself.
Practically my
You're not there
family.
to service everyone
Oh,
else.
I know. Honestly, Rabbit, I know. I'm terrible about it too. This hubby knows what he's talking about. I will give up on things for other people all the time. That's why I get so bent when people don't show up or do what they're going to do, say they're going to do. I try to be forgiving, but I get bent because I put everything up. I shouldn't do this. I should not judge people by the same standards I have for myself because that's rude. I'm sorry, but it's rude. And I am a petty, rude person sometimes, and I apologize for that. But it's not my responsibility to do these things above my other responsibilities. I mean, you do what you say you're going to do. So if you say, Rabbit, I'm going to be in the lounge, I'm going to be in Splatoon room for an hour from this time to this time, then the people who want to do that make the time to be with you during that.
Right, and actually, I did think about that too. I debated on like, all right, so you already know that I've been pretty good with my to-do list. Now, the timing of my to-do list, it's really hard for me because I fluctuate time, whether it be like working out with Eliza in the lounge, or playing Fall Guys with Miss Rose, or playing Salmon Run with Jelly Bean, or playing Nino Cooney with whoever's in the lounge, whether it be Mama Chris or Talos or Jelly Bean or Eliza or you, or just there's just.
Right.
I need to start laying out time slots for everybody, but then that's
how the shows start. Right. To be honest with you, that's how our shows work. It came out to, we need to dedicate time to this, because if not, we're going to be spending all. Mario Kart started, honestly, because Bitches with Switches was born with Mario Kart, because Mel and I wanted to play together once a week. That's why that happened. So everyone knows, Sundays at 8 o'clock, we play Mario Kart. So, and if people want to do other things above and beyond that, that's fine, but there's an hour. And that's why a lot of our shows only go for an hour, too.
Someone comes in at 8:50 and goes like, okay, I'm ready to play for an hour. It's like, great, we're going to be here for another 10 minutes. You know?
Which we've had to do before.
The show
which we have done before. We've had people come like 10 minutes before the end of the show and go, well, next week we'll see you here at 8 o'clock. And it's just one of those things where you have to kind of stand by your guns and do what's right for you. Right. I mean, I try to dedicate about 3 hours a day to the show, at least, to the shows. And then I have Monday and Tuesdays off, which I don't usually completely take off. I have been lately because I've been in a funk since we lost Cherry, to be honest. Right. And I have to redo all the openings and all the closings for the shows. And I have stuff mapped out, and it is physically difficult for me right now to do it because I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't think that was gonna be the hardest.
I'm sorry to get all into our emotions this morning. No,
it's good. We're family.
Boundaries thing. Rabbit's not good at setting his own boundaries with other people because
setting boundaries. Oh, Eliza and I have had so many discussions about setting boundaries, haven't we? We both are like, I gotta set this boundary, and I don't want to.
I know.
Sometimes we don't want to set boundaries because we're being selfish. Because we want to be accepted, and we want to feel the endorphins of whatever emotion we're getting and the fulfillment of that. But at the same time, we have to realize this isn't healthy. We need to set this boundary. And in the long run, I think it's better. I have to start getting on my routines again. I have been off my routines for a couple of years now. I had really, really set routines. And the last couple of years have gone just down the toilet. With COVID and everything else that's been going on in my life, my routines have gone to shit. And I need to set them back up again.
I think what we could all do, maybe, is like write out what is the most important to the least important. Like write a list.
Right.
I know Rabbit likes doing that. And then write out a schedule for each
I need to
thing.
start doing the schedule part of the list. Like, what time am I going to do with this?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Since everyone's being taken out of the intros. The intros are going to be generic, for lack of a better way to explain it. There'll be clips, there'll be stuff from, like, in the one for the coffee house, there'll be coffee, there'll be her voiceover. The whole intro for the coffee house is going to be the same audio. The audio will be the same. So her voice is not going anywhere. I'm not doing that. But any of the pictures of all of us in the beginning, we change up our lineup so much that I'm not going to keep that on like that anymore. I'm going to make it a little more generic for all the intros. There's going to be one outro for all the shows, and that's going to have everyone in the production crew in it and a memorial to Cherry, and that will be at the end of every show. That's the plan. I'm also trying to work on commercials for things for our group shows like this one, and hopefully, believe me, I've been having a real hard time with it, trying to figure out a way that would be good for me, let alone everybody else too. I just can't. Oh, the coffee house audio took me forever to make. To get these people, I had to pull teeth to get these people to do those audios. I gave them scripts. There was a few people who didn't do it, who were supposed to be in it, just so you know. I tried. I wrote most of those, by the way. And that wasn't easy. That took forever. But if I have an idea, I'll jump on it.
Dixie and I had a discussion over my voiceover on that, because I said
he changed a couple
so must it brew bit. Yeah, it's like she wanted to say so much the brews, which is what I did. Whereas I wanted to do, since it seemed a bit more pagan the way I was doing it, I was going to say so mote it brew, but she did not like that.
I didn't like the way it sounded. I didn't think people would get it, because I tried to keep it. If you notice, I back a lot of prayers from different faiths in there. I tried to be very inclusive, and still put the puns of the coffee in it. So yeah, that audio isn't going anywhere. It took me forever to do that. To paste that together with the music. Oh, that was such a headache. Getting the levels right, because they all have different voice levels when I have them on the equalizer. Like hubby has a very resounding voice. It reverberates and it's great. His vibrato is awesome. But to set that next to Mel's voice, she has a clear, concise voice, but it's softer. It's not even necessarily a volume thing. It's just a presence. All right,
now I'm curious about my voice. What's my voice like? Annoying.
You have a sharp end to your voice, which is not a bad thing. Do not get me wrong. That's not a bad thing, but it's definitely distinct. And you turn up your sentences. See, you shouldn't ask me about this. This is one of the things I excelled in school. You turn up your voice.
Definitely.
At the end of sentences. Like it's a question.
Yep.
It's cute. It's very you. I could tell if somebody is trying to pretend to be you. There's a couple things that you do that nobody would probably think. Would be like, but if they tried to do you, I'd be like, you are not my rabbit.
You're not my rabbit.
Falsifier.
Well,
then we have Eliza.
If somebody tries to
Eliza's a giggler and talks from the back of her throat, which is really cool because her voice carries really well. Even when she's being quiet, her voice carries really well because she talks from the back of her throat. A lot of people don't speak in their throat voice. They speak in their gut voice or their head voice. Women speak in their head voice a lot. A lot of women speak in their head voice. But I think the women who do well with speaking roles, with interviewing, like all the women on The View, they all speak from their throat or their gut, not their head. Except for the one I don't like, the blonde. I can't remember her name. Because she doesn't matter to me. The blonde speaks from her head. She drives me crazy. And I will tell. Oh, I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever. She almost made me change that. She's like, "Are you sure about that?" And I'm like, "That is the most important part of that speech." Go, you do talk to girls most of the time.
And that has gotten me so that I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Because you want Duncan to sponsor us. I see your ploy.
Well, not only that, it was like I kept hearing that, and what I started doing was I started actually making this coffee pun related RPG adventure. It was going to be called The House of Duncan Forever.
Oh.
See, I feel like I speak from my nose a lot. I feel like I speak nasally.
No, you speak from behind your ears. You're like between the throat and head somewhere. I don't know why.
Because my teeth are fucked up, so I have a weird way of talking. I think that's why I be on edge a little bit more.
Yeah.
Trying to get everything. I gotta get them fixed.
You definitely have a Michigan accent.
I feel like the Michigan accent is just people talking fast.
Oh yeah, fast, but you enunciate. Michigan people talk fast, but they enunciate. Where, like people in the Bronx talk fast.
We got
they bite their words.
Of course, we enunciate.
I had one of my theater teachers used to say to me, "You have a newscaster accent." I said, "I have a Michigan accent. It's what all newscasters want."
Yeah.
There's a difference.
You're giving me ideas. Maybe I should go sign up for a newscast channel, you know?
I think all of us could do voice acting, in all honesty. Everyone who comes up here, I think we all could do voice acting.
Now, how do we sign up for that? There's a site.
No, we go through our friend Jenna. If we decide we're going to do that, we're going to go through our friend Jenna. Our friend Jenna Brennan, she was one of the first Creator's Corner. She came with Paul. She was the voice actor for one of his characters, and she is amazing. One of the big things that a lot of us have a problem with voice acting is we don't have the space to do it. Mm-hmm. Voice acting isn't mostly an in-house thing where you do it in your home or office. You need a studio, and that can be a closet. A lot of voice actors work out of closets. That's not me being an asshole. That's true. And you put foam in the closet, and you get it all soundproofed out. Yeah. And you have to have good equipment and a computer.
Yep.
You have to have a good mic and a good computer.
Good mic.
Computer. Yeah, that's why I was really upset when I thought my mic wasn't working, because this is the mic that she told me to get.
And my best advice on that. Christy says, I hate my voice. I don't ever go back and watch anything I'm in. I hate my voice too. It's just a thing. I don't like my own voice. I find my own voice annoying. I don't think it sounds like how I think it sounds when I'm talking.
Because it doesn't. You're in your head.
Yeah, I don't like it. But at the same time, it's just like the more you actually just watch yourself, the more confident you'll get in your own voice. Don't shy away from yourself. Don't be afraid of yourself. Keep going back and watching everything you're in, like even your TikTok videos. Like
I don't do this as much as I used to, but I used to rewatch everything more than a couple of times and pick it apart. I don't anymore. I can't do it all the time anymore. We have too many shows. But when we first started, Mel and Doll used to get notes from me. By the way, next time, remember to do this. By the way, next time, remember not to do this. And then I'd be picking. My notes were longer than theirs. Watch your eye contact. You need to put on makeup. Oh, I tell myself to put on makeup all the time. I'm not wearing any makeup right now, guys. You know, but I tell myself to put on makeup all the time.
Oh, she said it's the speech impediment that bothers her.
Which, I mean, is understandable.
Yeah.
Aww.
But I can understand you, so that's all that matters.
And we are not in your shoes at all, so we really...
Now, when we used to have actual answering machines, some of you remember that, some of you don't. Most of you don't. But we used to have actual machines that had tapes in them. Cassette tapes. I know some of you don't even know what those are.
I know what
Cassette
that
tapes.
is.
My machine was electrical.
I know what a record.
Yeah, you had an
player
electrical one.
is.
Ooh, fancy. Anyway, on those, I sound like Lucy from the Peanuts.
Oh, really?
I swear, I'd listen to myself all the time. Or I had, when I was living in Pennsylvania, we did our answer machine thing, and I listened to it and I said, I sound like Lucy from the Peanuts. Do I really sound like that? They're like, not really. It's not quite right. Because you're using a cheap machine and mic, you know?
Yeah.
I sound like the teacher from Peanuts. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, right.
He can do a lot of voices though. Like he can do the little old man voice, and he does a lot of voices, like D&D inspired characters and stuff. He can really do voices. My brother could do any voice. Like he would mimic anyone. I called him a mimic because he'd just start doing voices, like making, and not just famous people, like people we knew. He just opened his mouth and somebody else's voice would come out.
Some people
it was weird. It was so cool.
That's my problem with actually so I love to learn songs and sing songs, but I have not found my true singing personal voice. I'm always trying to copy the other person's voice, and because I sing well, I sing really good in tune. Like I really enjoy singing.
You got the pitch.
So
the only way to do that, honestly, is to go get voice lessons.
Yeah,
that is the only way to find your own voice like that. Because first thing when you're learning is you mimic. But to explore your own voice, you need a piano. You need somebody to say, this is how you do this. This is how you use mask. This is how you use vibrato. Blah, 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 blah. I'm out of practice. I am not as good. I used to be good. I'm not anymore. I completely understand when you guys go, shut up, quit singing. I go flat a lot when I haven't practiced. I go flat, and I'm very aware of it. It's because I'm being lazy. But I grew up with cassette tapes and VHS tapes, baby. Yeah. I love doing voices because of Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams.
Grumpy Williams sent their love.
Oh, thank you. I got a donut.
So yoga.
Ooh.
So Eliza, so yoga.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, so yoga.
So Eliza, did you do your 7-day workout with Lucy day 3 yesterday?
Yeah, I did it yesterday. Yep.
All right. So you get to move on to day 4 today.
I think today is day 5, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that today. We'll see.
It's 11 minutes. 11 minutes out of your 24
I know,
hours.
but
She woke up sick this morning.
Yeah.
But if you move your body, you'll sweat that sickness out.
You're muted, honey.
It's okay. I wasn't talking. I just came back up to say I was back. It was just to show that I was back.
This was delicious. Thank you. I need to eat some real food.
I love donuts.
Yeah. Carb day.
It's carb day.
Yeah.
Ate a peanut butter sandwich a little earlier because I need some protein.
That's like one of the first times I've ever seen Vixie eat on the show. I never see her eat on the show.
I very rarely do.
Yeah, she does.
But that was freaking amazing. It was like still kind of warm.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right? I want a donut now. I don't want to get donuts. I
very rarely eat on camera. I hate eating on camera. It's like weird to me. The only time I don't mind eating on camera is when I'm taste testing something. So we'll just pretend. That was a Krispy Kreme donut, their original glaze. Those are good, but I can never eat more than one. Because they're so rich.
Yeah.
So freaking rich.
Yep.
Anyway.
Muriel, I forget. Were you playing on a computer or a tablet? I know you weren't on your phone.
She has a computer.
All right, so you need the Netmarble link. Let me see
she
if I can
needs
figure
the
out
Netmarble.
where that is.
Quick question, Dixie. So I should give Grumpy the rest of those raised clays back? So I should give Grumpy the rest of those raised clays back?
Well,
okay.
unless... Yeah, because I have other stuff. so I don't need any more. He can take them home. His wife is gone for another few hours. He might need them to sustain himself. I don't know if he's been eating. He doesn't always eat when the mom's not home.
Oh.
Well, unless cereal counts. Cereal and peanut butter toast.
Can you guys still see me on the camera, or is the camera down?
Your PC. I was going to play up my computer.
Say that again?
Can you guys still see me on the camera, or is the camera down?
I can see you on the camera.
All right. I wasn't so sure because I can do that on the computer. I don't have to be on StreamYard constantly. I can do other shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to send Muriel that one link. I posted the link in the chatter box. I thought I clicked the other thing. I'm just gonna send it to you, Muriel, but it's there.
You can put it in the chatter box. It's fine.
Yeah.
There's no real link for it or place for it.
So basically, you click
steak,
that link,
eggs, and grits.
You're very welcome, Muriel. Steak, eggs,
that
and grits
sounds good, Jelly Bean.
I like one out of the three things you said.
Me too. Steak.
I like the eggs.
Wow.
See, Rabbit. I don't want the grits. You want the grits, Eliza? We'll share.
Yeah.
You can have the eggs. I'll have the steak. Eliza will have the grits. There we go.
There we go.
We're family. We share.
Lots of butter.
I would like some toast
salt,
or pancakes.
pepper.
The first time I had grits, let me tell you, I looked at them and I thought they were mashed potatoes that weren't made right. So I took a big old bite out of them and I'm like, those are not mashed potatoes.
Oh, that texture, man. Oh.
Wow. I thought they were mashed potatoes. Poor Rabbit. Wow, Jelly Bean, you're cooking.
I have to look up that beef stew recipe real fast.
You have to look up the beef stew recipe. Okay, speaking of time restraints, we have gone over time, but that's okay because we were having a good time talking about stuff. I love all you faces so much. Thank you for being here.
Right?
And I will see you tonight at 8 o'clock for Mario Kart. Meat cheese with sweet cheese.
See you guys later.
Love you guys.
Love you
I'll see you tonight at
guys.
8.
Read a book. It's good for your brain.
It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.